Today, basically, I'm going to show you different techniques to use your 808s in your beats. So the first technique that I usually use, or that I've just learned about, is actually called reverse 808, and that's pretty much what it is. It's a reverse 808. First thing, this is just a random beat I made. It's not anything nuts, but I'll kind of just play it for you real quick. I'll kind of just play the main part here. First thing you want to do is you want to go in your channel rack. You want to, for the sake, I'm going to rename this 808 to make it easier. Then what you want to do is you want to clone it. You want to clone it. Make sure you just rename it reverse 808 to make it more simple. Then we're in our sampler here. When you're in your reverse 808 sampler, make sure your out is completely off. You don't want that on at all, because that'll basically chop off the initial kick and like the punch that we need. So for example, you need to press reverse. This is the reverse button right here. So you're in your reverse 808 sampler here. You need to reverse your sample. Make sure your out's all the way off, because if we had it a little bit on, it would reverse, go into the initial kick, and then slowly fade out. We don't even have the punch that we need. It's just like a warp, but out, it builds up to that punch. So you want to make sure your out is completely off. We're going to be basically focusing on the in and the length. This is our new pattern. We're in our new pattern. Okay. I like to keep the reverse 808s within 2 boxes here, and I'm in 1/2 beat. Basically want to reverse it into the initial 808. But you're like, wait, that sounds kind of weird. It's because it does. What you have to do here, you have to go back in your reverse 808. What you need to do, you want to move your in just a little bit. You want to, just so you can hear that fade in, because this, you can see it starts low and then it kind of stays at that high. You kind of want to fade it, because that's the point. So instead of you can hear that fade into it. So this here, you want to use your length knob, and you basically want to match it to the perfect point. You want to make sure you hear it right. So here, it sounds weird. If you slowly, still not, you got to go a little bit more. Almost, a little bit more. See, it's getting closer and closer and closer. So you keep moving your length knob until they basically meet together. So you basically have to time it right. A little more, a little more. That's pretty good. But for example, if I were to go all the way down, basically the length is like that. There's nothing. And this, it plays out the whole thing, and then this initial 808 starts before the reverse 808 initially ends. So you basically want to use this length knob to completely match up the both of them. So I'm going to go to my reverse 808 here. Now if you do this, basically it doesn't work for these different notes, because the higher or lower you go, the faster or slower it makes the sample, which actually, I'm going to be honest, I don't know how to fix that. The only way I would know how to do it is if you wanted to do a reverse up here, you would have to duplicate the reverse 808 and basically match it with that specific note. I don't know if there's a way to make the sample the same duration, but when you change the note, it stays the same, if that makes any sense. So this is basically the reverse method here. So if we go back into the beat, you can kind of hear it a little bit. With everything playing together, it's a little harder, but it's the little details that add everything up. Another simple technique, and people use this technique for hats, it's basically just a hat roll with your 808s. So let's get rid of the reverse to show you an example here. You want to go to 1/2 step. We're on 1/2 beat right now. go to 1/2 step, and that'll change this grid completely. So basically what I did here is I added it, I kind of have it build into this kick here, but yeah, you fill these in like the 4 units on the 1/2 step and kind of have it build into it. Now what you can also do is change the notes to have it almost build into that kick. So it's not just like boom, 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 you know what I mean? Almost like it's like building up. It's like a staircase, right? And again, you can take this, kind of start it, you know, at the end here, kind of have it build into it. And these might not be the best examples, but you know, I'm still learning about these. This is kind of what I'm learning through right now. Lastly, we have the slide. These are one of my favorites. You can do 2 things. You can either tap this little triangle icon and then place a note, or you can place a note, double click on it, then tap it, and that will slide the note. You want to kind of slide it into this D sharp here. You basically, what you want to do is you want to have it overlapped of some sort, because if it's like this, it's just going to sound like a normal note to note. You have to have overlapped onto it to give it that sliding effect. Press play. You hear that? It's like that sounds pretty cool. It's like, and obviously you don't have to do that for every note, kind of just play with it, mess around with it. But those are basically the 3 different techniques that I've learned about. And again, I haven't mastered them. There's still things that I'm not even doing right, but I'm learning. I'm trying to provide information that I'm learning about. So as I get better at these techniques, I can kind of update you and show you how I've kind of developed as a producer. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.